Hello student. Yeah, today we are going to discuss with the new lesson. The lesson name is physical changes and chemical changes. Okay, if you see the lesson name is physical changes and chemical changes. What is this physical change? What will be the chemical change? What is the differences between this physical change and also the chemical change? Before going to discuss with the definitions of the physical change and the chemical change, now we are going to discuss with some of the examples for physical change as well as the chemical change. Now just take an example. Okay. First, just take an example that your mother is telling she will prepare you a juice. Okay, your mother is telling that she going to prepare a juice to you. What she is doing to prepare the juice? Consider that your mother is going to prepare a lemon juice. Okay, I'm taking the example of the lemon juice. If your mother is going to prepare the lemon juice means, what are the ingredients she taking? The main ingredient is water, sugar and lemon juice. Right? These are the three ingredients is required for the preparation of the lemon juice. After that, what she is doing? She want to take some amount of the sugar. If you see the sugar is a solid substance. After that, she going to take the liquid, that is water. First, she is going to take the sugar. Sugar is a solid substance. It should be dissolved in the water. Water is a liquid. She going to mix. After mixing of the sugar and water, it becomes the sugar solution. Right? When sugar and water is mixed each other, it forms sugar solution. Sugar is in solid state, water is in the liquid state. But both are combine each other to form a solution. Solution is also a liquid change. Therefore, some of the changes takes place here, right? We will discuss which change is that. Is the physical or chemical? We will discuss it. But some changes takes place in this example, right? And also, see the making of the curd. Okay, I'm taking the example of the making of the curd. Okay, you just kept your milk in the room temperature. That means you just kept your milk in your kitchen for morning. Okay, if you kept in the night, if you see in the morning, the milk become curd, right? Otherwise, it get clotted. Why the milk get clotted? What is the main thing that takes place here? For becoming the milk to the clotted substance. What is that clotted substance called as? If you see that what is that clotted substance is nothing but your curd. Why it takes place? Is there the changes takes place? Yes, definitely the something changes takes place in that time. What is the changes? What changed there? Not only these two examples, you can take several examples for the changes. If you see the first example, the conversion of the sugar and the water to a sugar solution is the best example for the physical change. If you see, the conversion from the milk to the curd is an example for the chemical change. How? We will discuss it. Okay, we will discuss how. Before that, now first we will discuss with the physical change, then we will go to discuss with the chemical change. For discussing for the physical change, we want to do some of the activities. For understanding the physical changes. Okay, for understanding the definition of the physical changes, now we are going to see some of the activities. Shall we start discussing with the activities? Yes, now we are going to discuss with the some of the activity that prescribed in your textbook. Okay, Now we are going to see some of the activities that prescribed in your textbook. Consider for the first activity. Okay. In the first activity, you are going to take one piece. Consider that you are taking the one A4 sheet. You understood what is that meaning of the A4 sheet? That you are writing the assignment and the diagrams, that all the things in the sheet, right? That sheet we considered as an A4 sheet. Okay. Now what you are going to do? You just cut that A4 sheet into the half. First, you just cut the A4 sheets into the half. Again, after cutting the A4 sheet, again you cut it. Again you cut it. Make into the small pieces. You want to cut your A4 sheet. Okay, first of all, you want to cut your A4 sheet into the two small pieces. After that, again cut into the small piece. Again cut into the small piece. And make small pieces of the sheets. After, you just put all the cutting sheets on the desk or anywhere you want. And again you try to rejoin it. Is it rejoined? No, right? If one time if you tear the paper, again you can't join that paper into its original state. This tells about the physical changes. If one time the changes takes place means you can't again change that. Understood? You can't again you replace that sheets. Another next activity. What is the next activity they given in your textbook means? Okay, when I am writing on the chalk, so many chalk dust will put into the floor, right? It just come to down of the floor. You just collect all the chalk dust. Okay, you want to collect all the chalk dust. You put some of the water to the chalk dust. Again, you combine it and give the shape of the chalk. Is that the original chalk size will be the next one? That means I am saying that first starting two examples. The one is the tearing of paper and collecting of the chalk dust. Is that you get the original size? What is the first size of that A4 sheet? Did you get it after joining that A4 sheet? No, right? Again, if I set in the second example that in the chalk dust, if you collect all the chalk dust what I written, you again join it and again give the shape of the chalk also. Did you get the same original size? Did you get the same original size what is before? No, right? Therefore, in the physical state, if one time the size will change, it means it changed. It again, you didn't get the same size of the original substance. Okay, next we will see the another activity. Okay, now in the next activity, you want to take some ice in a glass or in a plastic tumbler, melt a small portion of the ice by placing the tumbler in the sun. I am telling the next activity. Take some ice in a glass or plastic tumbler, melt a small portion of the ice by placing the tumbler in the sun. You have no mixture of the ice and water now after the complete dissolution of the ice. Now place the tumbler in the freezing mixture. Again you want to put the tumbler in the freezing mixture. After keeping that again into the freezing mixture, again it converted into the solid only. First what you are going to do, you want to take the ice. Ice is in the solid state. After conversion, when you put into the sunlight, what happens? The ice start get melting. Again there, the solid is converted into the liquid. Is it right? Is it right or wrong? Is the solid converted into the liquid? It is converted, right? The solid is converted into the liquid. Again, if you see, when you are going to heat the water, what happens? Water vapors will come, right? Steam of water will come. Again, that in that position, the liquid is converted into the steam. Therefore, another one point we can tell here, in the physical changes, the conversion of states takes place. First point, in the first point we can tell that in the physical changes, the size of the substance is get changed by seeing the two activity. One is of the paper and another one is of the chalk. By taking the two example, the one is of the paper and another one is of the chalk, we can tell that the physical change is a change in which the substance changes its size. The substance going to changes its size. And seeing the next two activity. One is of the conversion from the ice to the liquid. Okay, one is of the conversion from the ice to the liquid, that is from the solid state to the liquid state. And another one thing, from the liquid state to the vapor state. Liquid state to the vapor state, that is conversion from the liquid, that is water, to its water vapors. By seeing these two activity, we can tell that another one definition for the physical change. What is that physical change? We can tell the definition means, the physical change is a change in which the substance undergo, what it undergo? The substance undergo changes in its state, changes in its size. The second one, changes in its state. After that, another one activity, you just see it. Here, in this activity, you are going to hold a used hacksaw blade, that is shaving blade. Okay, hacksaw blade is nothing but the shaving blade. Here, you are going to take hacksaw blade, that is your shaving blade, with a pair of tongues, that means holder. Okay. You want to take the hacksaw blade in the holder. You want to heat that. Keep the tip of the free end of the blade on the gas stove. Wait for few minutes. After heating, what happens? The color of that hacksaw blade is changes. Why? Due to the heating. Due to the heating, the color of the hacksaw blade is changed. Therefore, by seeing this activity, we can tell that for the physical property, we can add another one definition. The property in which for the substance, the change of color also takes place. By seeing all these activities, we concluded with the 5 activities, right? By seeing this 5 activity, we can tell the definition for the physical property is, by seeing this 5 definition, we can tell the definition for the physical property is the property in which substance undergo change in size, change in color, and also change in its state. Such type of the properties we called as an physical property. What are physical property? The property in which substance undergo change in size, change in color, and also change in states. This type of property we called as an physical property. Understood the definition of physical property? Okay, after discussing with this all this activity to study of the physical property, now we are going to discuss with the definition for the physical changes. After seeing this 5 important property, now we are going to discuss with the physical changes. What is this physical changes then? What is the definition of the physical change then? What is physical change means? A change in which a substance undergo change in its physical property. If any of the substance undergoes change in the physical property, then that change we call it as a physical change. What is physical change? After seeing this so many activities, we conclude that what is physical change means? What is physical change means? A change in which a substance undergoes change in its physical property. This type of the changes we call it as a physical change. Now you understood exactly what is the definition of the physical change. What is exactly the physical change? A change in which a substance undergoes change in the physical property. That changes we call it as a physical change. Now we are going to discuss with the chemical changes. Okay, now we are going to discuss with the chemical changes. Directly we don't want to get into the definition first. First we will discuss some more examples for the chemical changes. Then we concluded with the definition. Understood? Yeah, first, if you see the change in the, that means if you take the example for the chemical changes, the first, we can give the example of the rusting of iron. I think all of you heard this word, rusting of iron. What is this rusting of iron? Yes, ma'am, we heard this one, rusting of iron. Yeah, in our home also, so many iron particles are get rusted. We just throw the rusted iron particles away. Yes, ma'am, we also heard this one, the rusting of iron. Therefore, what is this rusting of iron? What do you consider as the rusting of iron? I think everyone saw the rusting of iron, but what is this exactly the rusting of iron? Okay, if they ask what is this rusting of iron means, the corroding of iron particles, by oxygen and water that present in the atmosphere. What is rusting of iron? What is rusting of iron means the corroding of iron particles. The corroding of iron particles in the presence of oxygen and water. The corroding of iron particles in the presence of oxygen and water that present in the atmosphere, we call it as an rusting of iron. Okay, take an example that you are taking some of the iron particles, or you just take your grill of your house only. Okay, or taking some any other extra iron particles, you just throw that iron particles for the atmosphere and leave it for several days. What happened? Brown color. Okay, the brown color things that produced on the iron, right? That brown color thing we call it as an rusting. We call it as an rust. Okay, that brown color things that present on the iron, we call it as an rust. How it is happen? We just put the iron on the atmosphere. What happens there? If you see that this reaction takes place in the rusting of iron. What is the reaction that takes place in the rusting of iron? Consider that you are taking the iron, right? Iron substance. I said that the rusting of iron takes place only in the presence of the oxygen and water. Okay, what happens then? This iron is reacted with the oxygen plus water. Iron is get reacted with the oxygen and water. We are not going to apply the oxygen and water from our side. It is present in the atmosphere. Okay, it is present naturally in the atmosphere. What we are going to do? This iron plus oxygen plus water react each other. The iron that what we kept outside the atmosphere, we kept in that atmosphere, right? That iron reacts with the oxygen and the water that present in the atmosphere to form the rust. R-U-S-T, rust. If you write symbolically, how we are going to write symbolically? The symbol of the iron is Fe. The symbol of the iron is Fe. Plus oxygen is O2. Plus water is H2O. Iron is Fe plus oxygen is O2 plus water is H2O. Therefore, it becomes Fe2O3. Therefore, the formula of the rust is Fe2O3. What is the formula of the rust? The formula of the rust is Fe2O3. Fe plus O2 plus H2O. That is iron plus oxygen plus water give rise to the rust. Then what is the formula of the rust? Fe2O3. This is the one of the example for the chemical change. Okay, this is the one of the example for the chemical change. We are not giving the definition, but we are telling the examples. Iron plus oxygen plus water give rise to the rust. That is Fe plus O2 plus H2O give rise to Fe2O3. After that, we will see the another one activity to explain the chemical change. Okay, we are going to see the next another one activity to explain the chemical change. What is the activity? What activity means? Consider that we are taking the magnesium ribbon. Okay, this is the second example. The first example we are discussing with the rusting of iron. Okay, the first example we will discuss with the rusting of iron. Second, we are going to discuss with the example of the magnesium by taking the magnesium ribbon. Okay, what we are going to do? Okay, first take the magnesium ribbon. Okay, ribbon. I am telling that the magnesium ribbon. It is pink color ribbon. After that, we are going to burn that magnesium ribbon with the use of the flame. What we are going to do? The magnesium is going to burn in the presence of the air. That means we are going to heat it with the use of the flame. What happens? That magnesium, if it is burns with the air, it burns with the white fumes. I will show one video to show this experiment. Okay, to explain all this experiment, I will show one video to you to understand easily the equations. Okay, what I am going to say, when this magnesium, if it is burns with the presence of the oxygen, it burns with the white fumes and gives the powder, white color powder. It burns with the white fumes and you get the powder of the magnesium oxide. What is the activity? One more time, I just repeated the activity. When this magnesium is burns with the presence of the oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. What it forms? It forms magnesium oxide. If you see the formula of the magnesium is Mg plus formula of the oxygen is O2. Therefore, what will be the formula of the magnesium oxide? MgO. Okay, for your level, it is not need to balance the equation. I am just write the balanced equation, but there is no need to balance the equation for your level. Just you can write Mg plus O2 give rise to MgO. That also we will give the marks to you. What is the second activity to explain the chemical changes? The second activity is we are going to burn the magnesium ribbon in the presence of the oxygen. It forms magnesium oxide. It forms magnesium oxide. Formula is Mg plus O2 give rise to MgO. This is the second example. Okay, this is the another one example for the chemical changes. And now we are going to discuss with the one more example. Okay, now we are going to discuss with the one more activity. What is that activity? Yeah, the activity is this one. What we are going to do here? Consider in the one beaker, you want to take the copper sulfate. What you are going to do? You are going to do in the one beaker, you are going to take the copper sulfate. And in the another beaker, you want to take the iron sulfate. In the one beaker, you want to take the copper sulfate, and in the another beaker, you want to take the iron sulfate. Now we are going to mix these two. One, we are going to mix the copper sulfate and another one in the iron sulfate. It forms into the iron sulfate plus copper. Iron sulfate plus copper is formed. Just a minute. Here we are going to take the copper sulfate plus iron. We are going to take copper sulfate plus iron. Not iron sulfate, iron. We want to take the iron nile or any iron articles. Okay, here the copper sulfate plus iron give rise to iron sulfate plus copper is produced. This is the one of the activity. This is done with the presence of your faculty. What is the activity? I am again one more time I will going to explain this activity. What you are going to do here means you want to take the copper sulfate solution. Okay, you are going to take the copper sulfate solution in a beaker A. Okay, here you are going to take the copper sulfate solution in the beaker A, plus you want to take some of the iron. Okay, if you see the copper sulfate which is blue in color. What is the color of the copper sulfate? Copper sulfate is blue in color. And you want to take any of the iron article. Okay, if you just put that iron into the copper sulfate, what happens? Here the copper sulfate plus iron, here what type of reaction takes place? The displacement reaction takes place. What is the reaction takes place here? In this concept, the displacement reaction takes place. What is that displacement reaction? The higher particles go displaces the lower particles to become that higher particle. Consider that here the iron is the very strongest particle. Okay, the iron is the very strongest particle. This iron particles, if you see this iron particles is go displaces. That means come out from the sulfate. I am the very strongest person. I will go and join with this sulfate. It removes the copper. Okay, it removes the copper and again it come and join with the sulfate to form the iron sulfate. Now you understood maybe this copper sulfate which is blue in color, if it is reacted with the iron, it changes into the iron sulfate plus copper is produces. Understood? Understood the thing? For this iron, okay, for this iron, you just take that oxar blade only. I said that oxar blade, right? You just kept that oxar blade in the copper sulfate solution. After some time, if you just remove that blade and if you see, it turns into the brownish color. First, what is the color of that oxar blade? It is steel, right? It is steel color, steel. After some time what happens if that iron is reacted with the copper sulfate means it turns into the brown color. The deposition of the brown color on the iron is it indicates the presence of the copper and the iron. What it indicates? It indicates the presence of the copper and the iron. This is also the one of the example for the chemical changes. Okay, this is also we consider an example for the chemical changes. Now another one activity. Okay, now we are going to discuss with the another one activity to explain the definition of the chemical property. What is this activity? What you are going to do means consider for this activity. I am explaining for this activity what you are going to do. Take about a teaspoon of vinegar in the test tube. You want to take 1 tablespoon of the vinegar in a test tube. Add a pinch of baking soda to it. You want to take what you are going to take? First you are going to take a test tube. In that test tube you want to put 1 spoon of vinegar to it. After that little pinch, okay, small pinch of baking soda you want to add to the vinegar. What happens? A bubble of the gas is coming out, right? If you add a small pinch of the baking soda to the vinegar, a bubble type gas is obtained. You want to pass that bubble type gas to the lime water. I said that the bubble type gas will produce this, right? That bubble type gas you want to pass through the lime water. What happens if you pass that bubble type gas to the lime water? It turns lime water to the milky. What it happens? It converts into the lime water to the milky. What is this activity? One more time I will just explain the activity. What is this activity means? First of all, you are going to take 1 tablespoon of the vinegar in a test tube. Okay, for that test tube, you are going to add a pinch of baking soda to the test tube. After that, adding the baking soda to the test tube, you will get the carbon dioxide. Yeah, you can tell directly. What is the gas that liberated? The bubble type gas is liberated, I said. That bubble type gas we called as in carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is liberated from the test tube. After that, we are going to pass that gas through the lime water. After passing the gas through the lime water turns milky. This indicates that the lime water turns milky. This indicates the obtaining of the calcium carbonate. If you see the equation, if you are going to see the equation for this one, when the carbon dioxide, when that carbon dioxide, if it is reacted with the lime water, when carbon dioxide, if it is reacted with the lime water, the formula of the lime water is CaOH twice. Carbon dioxide is CO2. When the carbon dioxide, if it is reacted with the lime water, that is CaOH twice, gives what? Calcium carbonate. It gives the calcium carbonate. The formula is, if you see the formula, it forms water plus calcium carbonate, CaCO3. What are the two things it obtained? When the carbon dioxide, if it is reacted with the lime water, carbon dioxide formula CO2 plus lime water formula CaOH twice. When CO2, that is carbon dioxide, if it is reacted with the lime water, it produces water plus calcium carbonate. The production of the calcium carbonate, it turns the lime water to the milky. This is the another one example, another one activity to tell the definition for the chemical changes. Now we are going to discuss with the definition of the chemical changes. What is exactly the definition of the chemical changes? We can tell now. We can tell the definition of the chemical changes is a change. What is chemical change? A change in which one or more new substances are formed. If you see the example 1, 2, 3, 4. If you see that 4 activities, you can tell in that 4 activities a change in which 2 or more or 1 or more new substances are formed. If you see here one substance, the new one substance is formed. Here the 2 new substances are formed. Here also the 2 new substances. Here also the new substance is formed. Therefore, what will be the definition of the chemical change? What may the definition of the chemical change then? A chemical change or the change, chemical change or a change in which 1 or more new substances are formed. What are chemical change? A change in which 1 or more new substances are formed. This we called as a chemical change. Now, I hope you understood the definition of the chemical change. Now, we are going to see after the chemical changes, what are the things that go to be changes in the chemical reactions. First one, heat, light or any other radiations may be given off or absorbed in these chemical reactions. In these chemical changes, what are the things that can be added or what are the things that can be removed means the first one is heat, light or any other radiations may be given off or absorbed. Second point, sound may be produced. When these chemical changes take place, sound may be produced. First one, heat, light or any radiations may be given off. Second one, sound may be produced. Third one, a change in smell may take place or a new smell may be given off. The smell also gets changed. Maybe new smell will come or the old smell is get off. The third point is a change in the smell may take place or a new smell may be given off. Fourth point, a color changes may take place. Sometime I said that the blue color to the green color is changed. Okay, therefore the color of the solution may be changed by changes in the chemical reaction. And the last one, a gas may be formed. In some of the chemical reaction, the gases, in the some of the chemical changes, the gases is also formed. These are the 5 important things accompanied when the chemical changes takes place. Which are the 5 important things? First one, heat, light or any radiations may be given off. Second one, sound may be produced. Third one, a change in smell may take place or new smell may be formed. Fourth one, a color change may take place. And the last one, a gas may be formed. These are the some of the things that you can see in the time of the chemical changes. Okay. And you are going to see that, we are discussing about this rusting, right? We are going to discuss the concept of the rusting. Due to the rusting, in the year by year, we spend lot of amount of money, right? We spend lot of amount for painting these iron articles, right? For going to painting these iron articles, we are going to spend lot amount of money. Okay, how we are going to reduce this rusting? Yeah, the first thing you can tell that by applying the paints. Okay, by applying the paints or by applying the grease or oil, we are going to reduce this rusting. Other than that, one process is there. If you are do this process, the rusting of iron can be reduced. What is that process? Can you tell? Can you heard the name of galvanization? Did you heard the name of galvanization? What is this galvanization? Okay, if you see what is this galvanization means, the process, okay, what is this galvanization means? The process of coating of zinc on the iron surfaces. What is this galvanization? The process of coating of zinc metal on the surface of the iron. One more time I just repeated. The coating of zinc metal on the surface of the iron we call it as an galvanization. One more time I just repeat. The process of coating of zinc on the surface of the iron we call it as an galvanization. Understood the definition? Okay, and the last concept of this chapter is the crystallization. We understood galvanization, we understood the definition of physical changes, chemical changes, everything we understood. The last concept we are going to discuss about the crystallization. Okay, consider that first I am explaining the activity. After explaining the activity, I will tell the definition to you. For conducting this activity, what are the things required means, the first of all, you want to take cup full of water in a beaker. That means you want to take a cup full of water in a beaker and add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid. You want to take the water, all the experiment will conducted in the presence of the faculty. That means your teacher only. Yeah. Take a cup full of water in a beaker and add a few drops of sulfuric acid. Heat the water. When it is start boiling, add copper sulfate powder slowly. You want to take the beaker, in that you want to put water, you want to heat it. In the time of the boiling, you are going to add the copper sulfate crystals. Copper sulfate slowly. Continuous adding the copper sulfate till no more powder can be dissolved. That means saturated level. Up to the saturated level, you are going to add the copper sulfate. After that, when the copper sulfate is not dissolved in the water, just stop adding the copper sulfate. Now you are going to filter the solution and cool it. After filtering and cooling, you will get the pure crystals of the copper sulfate. Okay, you will get the pure crystal of the copper sulfate. One more time, I just tell the activity. You want to take a beaker. You want to add 1 to 2 drops of sulfuric acid to that. Heat it, and the time of it gets started boiling. It gets started boiling. You are going to add the copper sulfate. Adding. When the time will come, that saturated time will come, there is no need to add that copper sulfate. The copper sulfate is not dissolved in the water. Then you want to stop adding the copper sulfate. After that, you stop it, you filter, and you just leave it for the cool. After the evaporation of the water, you will get your pure crystal. Therefore, what is crystallization then? Can you tell the definition for the crystallization? The process of formation of the pure crystals from the original solution is known as crystallization. What is crystallization? The process of conversion of the pure crystal or the formation of the pure crystal from the whole one, recorded as an crystallization. This is all the topics that present in the chapter of the physical changes and the chemical changes. One more time, we will just see what are the things we discussed in the physical changes and chemical changes. First, we are going to see some of the activity to explain the physical changes. Then we get the definition for the physical changes. Then we are going to discuss with the some of the activities for the chemical changes. We get the definition for the chemical changes. Then we discuss with the galvanization, and finally we discuss with the crystallization. These are the topics that present in this chapter. I hope you understand the every concept what I explained today. Thank you, students, and bye everyone.